now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Hey, hey. Yeah. Woo! Let's start off with a big happy birthday, cousin Frank!
Happy birthday!
80 years old today.
80 years old today. A fresh 80. Let me tell you guys, I don't feel a day over, 90 though.
Oh, okay. That's
at least my joints though. Right now,
that's because you smoked the joint. You don't feel anything now.
I wish I could blame it on the joint, but I can't. I got to blame it on all joints.
There you go.
It's not good having arthritis, folks. I just want to let everybody know, as you get older, plan for some aches and pains. I know we have a much younger audience.
We do.
I know some of our audience, I'm surprised they're still breathing.
Oh, man. Oh, God. What a thing to say. Wow.
I just want to be honest. Let's just say,
wow.
You got a mummy next to you, so he's still breathing.
Wow.
That's why I can say that. I got Bob next to me.
Wow.
Sometimes I have to prop him up, literally. It's like weekend at Bob's instead of Bernie's.
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to another great cigar and pipe show. And yes, we started off wishing the Chooch Master himself, cousin Frank, a happy 80th birthday party. And he is looking younger every day from that 80. I can tell you that.
Let me tell you, it's good. It's good to look 80 and be 61. That's always a positive. Wow. I'll tell you,
it's that Geritol that you've been taking.
I gotta say, we've got Shaun Wilkinson on from Rebellion Cigars, and I love his cigar names. And tonight I'm smoking. I just happen to be smoking what I think is very appropriate for me and my situation. It says it's the 5 o'clock somewhere smoke. So for me, I live in Margaritaville. Your
clock stopped at 5 o'clock.
It stops at 5 every day.
Wait a minute, it doesn't move. It's 5 o'clock every day there. It's Partyville there.
But I was telling Bob, the minute I took this out of the cello and I put it to my nose, and listen, my nose knows. It really does. Immediate floral.
Oh, yeah.
And Bob was like, an English garden.
Yep.
I go, it's perfect because we got a guy coming in from England.
Yeah.
He's actually here coming to you live from
1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock, whatever the time is.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
What is it, 4 or 5 hour difference? 5
5 hour difference, I believe.
Yeah.
5 hours for you guys.
5 hour difference.
1 o'clock.
So I
Try
first
7, ain't it?
7? No, Kyle, you're fucked up.
Well, listen, he's concerned about a hurricane, so
that's true.
Let's not hit Kyle. His head is somewhere else.
His head is somewhere else. He went to get water today.
It's 5 hours to England, and it'll be 7 hours, Kyle, to Italy.
No, 6 hours to Italy.
6? I thought it was 7.
Never 7.
Only when we lose an hour, Bob.
I thought it was.
7 hours for you when you're in Chicago. 6 hour from the East Coast, from the real coast.
That's right. Yeah,
from the real coast.
The only one that counts.
The only one that counts. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you, Vic Shaw. Thank you very much for that. Oh, Joey Gulino.
Everybody, Frank. Everybody's hitting you up, man. Everybody.
Birthday wishes. Let me tell you, folks. I get overwhelmed by all the love and the birthday wishes from everyone. I mean, it means a lot when you see all these people putting up the middle finger, saying, "Hey, Frankie, God bless."
Somebody's talking too much. It's costing me money.
Oh, no. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. And now we're going to smoke great cigars tonight, folks. So make sure that you tune in and pay close attention because, we're not here. We're not blowing smoke up your ass. We're actually
blowing smoke out our mouths. Yeah,
exactly. We're telling you exactly what the experience is because when Shaun sent us these cigars, and this was months ago, to try them out because we've never tried Rebellion. We had to be honest, right? So we got them, and I'm like, oh, this is a great cigar, guys. We got to get him on. So Ronnie, immediately being the great show host that he is, he reached out and got that already scheduled and everything, and got Shaun in the books. And I give Shaun credit because he's staying up late for us.
Can you imagine 1 o'clock in the morning?
1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm already 3 hours.
You're in bed.
I'm in bed.
You're in bed 5 hours already.
Well, I admit, I'm in bed too, Bob. You know, I remember I made fun of you. Oh my God!
Yes, you did for years. When I used to have to go to bed early because I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yep.
I goofed on you. I couldn't. I said, "What a faggot! What?"
And now you are the one.
At 1 o'clock, I'm done. You know, long 6:30 comes around, and you know I'm up again.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks, but yeah.
6:30. That's the time I get up to take my first piss.
Well, thanks for letting us know that. That's pretty good.
Everybody wants to know.
I'll think about that.
Your insight.
There you go.
Well,
Then I have to go back to bed. Are you kidding me?
Where's Bruce Stark when we need him?
I know. I know. Wow.
And everybody's jumping on. Hey, everybody, thank you for joining us on this Rebellion Cousin Frank birthday. And hit your share button, man. We got a great guest coming on, and he's across the pond, as they say here in America. And you know, don't make fun of his accent now, okay? Don't make fun of it.
No. Listen, you know, I love that. He sounded, when we first had him on in the green room there, when we talking to him pre-show, he sounded like Sean Connery.
Yeah, right. I was just going to say that. He
had a little Sean,
a little
feel.
James Bond,
a little bit. Yeah,
James Bond. We're gonna have to tell him. He's gonna have to throw a couple of lines out for us.
Yeah,
shaken not stirred.
Shaken not stirred. Yeah. Yep.
I want to hear him say "pussy."
Galore.
Oh, pussy.
Oh no! What was his the secretary there? Money Penny. Oh, speaking of money and Penny, let's go to our friends who happen to be sponsors who's paid a lot of money for them to be part of the show.
Yeah,
so,
a couple of pennies.
Don't say a lot, don't say a lot, Frank. You know, don't say. They paid money.
They paid just enough. They paid just enough. And by the way, sponsors, we're not going to be raising rates this year, so you're going to get in at the same rate. So
yeah,
please,
you're right. And actually, sponsors and you newbie sponsors out there,
that's right.
Expect a letter, an email from us. This way we can get you all set up.
Yep.
You know, we're always looking for new people. We're looking to promote new people. If you're a new people, come on in and let us promote.
Or if you're an old person that happens to be a new person, that's good too.
That's okay. That's all right.
Exactly.
You can be old and new.
Well, yeah.
You know, our 2025 season's around the corner here, you know.
I know.
Lots going on, and we're pretty excited. We're going to be in Florida here with a couple of, well, I will be, but you guys are.
We got a couple of events.
November,
big
December.
November.
Yeah.
And October. We have
Kyle.
He's having a pancake breakfast next month.
He's inviting everybody to his house. No, we're actually doing a Bricktoberfest with our man Holden from JC Newman, and we're going to be doing
Mr. Dunderbox.
Yes, and Dunderbox Beer Garden, or however Gordon, whatever, however you say it in German. We're going to be doing.
All I know is the girls there look awesome. So
yeah, Bricktoberfest.
Bricktober.
So we're going to be pairing the Brick House cigar to beers. First ever.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be pairing
that's
it
gonna
with
be
beers.
pretty cool.
I think I know what I'm going to be pairing it with. A nice Guinness. Yes, indeed.
How the hell are you going to go to a German restaurant and then order an Irish?
I order an Irish beer.
Well, I'm not going to order a Heineken. Do I have a Heineken?
They have Germans have a dark beer, which is like a stout too.
They do?
Yeah. In fact, there's a German restaurant. Delicious.
You're about to open your mind at this place. This Mr. Dunderbox they got so many beers that you can go crazy there.
Oh, good.
That's pretty. Hey, by the way, I know we were just talking about Ish on the pre-show, and here we have Mr. Ish is on board watching us.
Be careful. I know he's going to be driving.
Yeah. Hopefully
through
he
the
doesn't.
storm. I hope he doesn't go travel around it. Will you, Ish? Don't go through it. especially by car. That's our 2 cents.
Yeah, just be careful, buddy, and safe travels wherever you go and however you do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
For
folks.
sure.
Well, with that, hit your share button, like Ronnie always says, and we'll get back to you right after these words for our friends who happen to be sponsors.
Another day in paradise, slanging cigars.
Howard G Cigars is a dynamic new cigar brand grown from a love for cigar culture and a respect for the artisanship behind the craft. We are a minority-owned family business based in Orlando, Florida. Our current collection delivers 3 exclusive lines: the Black Moses, Magic Stick, All Pro Series, featuring Leon Searcy's signature cigar and Ike Taylor's one-of-a-kind, and the newly released Perfect Round, featuring 18 cigars, a front 9 and a back 9. Visit our website at www.howardgcigars.com. You can find a full list of our retail partners there too. Thank you for making us part of your humidor.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes, we grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. A family of 4 generations in tobacco. It started in Odense, Denmark 141 years ago, 1882, with a factory and a retail store by Eric Peter Stokoby. 4th Generation is a premium quality brand consisting of a selection of tin and loose tobaccos made in Denmark, pipes made of the finest quality briar, and superior accessories from leather goods, lighters, and pipe tools. The selection of 4th Generation products are available in premium pipe and cigar stores in the US and many European countries. Check out 4thGenPipeTobacco.com.
And we are back, folks. And it is time to welcome our guest. Let's add him to the stage. Bingo. There he is.
There he is.
How we doing?
Bingo,
What
bingo.
are you doing?
He's got,
So,
listen, folks,
I've
it's
just got
cold.
to say, before we start, I've just got to say, right, so you pissed me off before we started this talking about how good your weather is. And then you've just said my accent's Scottish. I mean, really.
We love our guests.
But can you say pussy?
Galore.
I was going to say pussy, if you want me to say pussy. But if you want to say it like Sean Curtis, pussy.
There you go. That's the one we were looking for. Well, we didn't mean to piss you off so quickly. So welcome to the show, Sean. Are you able to stay up for the next 3 hours and hang out with us?
I'll find a way. I've got supplies, I've got cigars, I've got whiskey. I'm all right.
Oh, this
There
guy
you go.
is
That's just
all
what we
right.
got
What
too.
kind of whiskey are you drinking there, Sean?
I'm drinking a whiskey called Badenoch. It's from one of the southerly distilleries in Scotland.
Ah.
Where
Yeah.
Sean
Where
Connery,
we
where Sean Connery comes
Sean
from.
Connery comes from. Nice.
So, Sean, obviously, we have to get the actual story of what the hell are you doing in the cigar business? Here's a Brit from England. You don't think of him as
From
being,
England.
you know. What is he doing in the cigar business? No one would ever think to.
Okay.
Yeah, this has to be a reason.
Well, okay. So this goes back a long time when I was about 19. So
That was last week.
I thought, yeah, not that long ago, but I just thought it's cool to smoke cigars. So I never smoked cigarettes or anything. I just started smoking cigars, and I used to go to the working men's clubs and thought I looked cool, and I looked like a twat. But anyway, and so somebody bought me back some Santa Damiana cigars from the Dominican Republic, and so I tried to smoke one of these things, and it wasn't working for me. So I went to my local tobacconist and I said, "Look, I've got these cigars that they smell fantastic. What am I doing wrong?" He said, and he said, "Well, show me what you're doing." So I did. He said, "Well, the first thing you've got to do is cut the end off." Okay.
Well, that's a great start.
So once I sussed out how to do that, I was hooked. But cigars, I mean, in the UK they are now, but they were really expensive then. I mean, even back then, that particular cigar was like £6 to buy a Robusto. So I couldn't afford to smoke many. So for years, I was always thinking, how can I afford to smoke more cigars? And had this idea about, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I'll set up a cigar business, and that way I can buy cigars at trade price and smoke them cheaper. But nobody in the UK would allow me to do it. They wouldn't supply me. So
really,
yeah. So I had to shelve the whole idea, and but the idea never left me. And I came over, and it's funny you've got the Corona cigar thing up there, because we used to come over to Florida quite a lot. And I went into the Corona Cigar Lounge, and it's just like heaven. It's just like there's this huge humidor full of cigars.
Which one? The one in downtown Orlando? Or?
Which one, downtown?
Yeah.
Sands Lake?
No, downtown.
Oh, downtown.
Downtown. Yeah. And it's just fantastic. And it was like, right, how do I get involved in this? And Jesus, these cigars are like how much compared to the UK? So that then started really getting my juices flowing about, how I could do this. And so, and I always tell this story, that the catalyst for starting this business was we were in a bar in Malta, of all places. Malta. I was there with a couple of mates. We just bought some cigars. I was telling them all about cigars in this place called the Corona Cigar Lounge, where it's much cheaper and blah blah blah. Oh, why don't you do something? And I thought, do you know what I'm going to? So when I arrived back in the UK, I got stuck into it. And that's the reason we're called Rebellion, really. The reason we're called Rebellion, the primary reason, was to kind of say, right, everybody said you can't do this. So fuck you, we're going to do it. And that's what, and I don't like rules anyway. So that's kind of how we came up with the name.
Right.
And we had this whole kind of like factory visit thing planned for April 2020. We were going to go to Nicaragua and visit a load of factories.
That was bad timing.
And then something happened. I'm not flights and all sorts of things. And and that just fell apart completely. So I had to start again. Managed to get some factories to send me some cigars. So I spent the whole of the summer of 2020 just tasting cigars, and eventually came up with my first cigar, which was the Sweet Child of Mine.
Nice. Great name for a first cigar too.
Absolutely. Well, and again, there's two reasons why it's called that. One, it's because my favorite rock song is Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Right.
And the second one, it was quite a painful experience, so I liken it to giving birth.
That's right. Exactly. I mean, that made a lot of sense. And I love how you've kind of categorize your cigars and name them. I think it's brilliant. Your marketing, I think, is spot on. Your logo, the design of your logo, everything about it, I think, is just I'm going to go to your homepage at rebellion.com, rebellioncigars.com. I just love everything about it. I love the fact that you're doing things in pink, which a lot of guys would tend to steer clear of. But I think that it's a double meaning there. You want everyone to smoke your cigars.
Yeah. Well, and it's dead simple, actually. I've always worn pink, and if it's good enough for Elvis and James Bond and Daniel Craig, it's good enough for me. So ever since I can remember, pink's been my favourite colour. And my mates on my 40th birthday bought me a bright pink pool cue.
Wow.
I played golf. I had the Bubba Watson pink driver. I mean, I just think you got to celebrate being alive, and it just, you know. So pink's my favorite color. And when I came up with the whole kind of like brand concept, and I was going to cigar lounges to see what was out there, nobody was doing pink. A lot of browns and blacks and the odd blues and yellows, but nobody's doing pink. So, and pink stands out. So I hope at least when you go into a store, you see the box, you see the cigars, and it piques your interest enough to then, you know, take it a bit further and try one.
Right. I mean, so when you first started and you got your first order in, what kind of commitment did you have to have with the manufacturer in order to get yourself up and running?
So the first factory we were using, we only had to order 2,000 cigars. So
okay.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, we're a little bit above that now. So we've moved factories from the Dominican Republic to Honduras.
Gotcha.
And the guys in Honduras are just fantastic people to work with. So, you know, we can be ordering 50,000 mainline cigars one day and then say to them, right, let's just do a little tickle of a limited edition run, and let's just do 500 over here and see how it kind of pans out. And they're really accommodating. They can do things pretty quickly. The quality is great, you know. And you know, the guy who works with us over there, a guy called Pedro, who does all our blending. I mean, he takes my kind of mad ideas. I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm talking about. I just said, look, I want it to taste a bit more I want a bit more grunt, and he translates that into something in the cigar.
A little bit more earthy.
Yeah, and he makes it happen, and you know, that's why we've got what we've got.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now,
absolutely.
Obviously, your wife is very involved. She's kind of like we said earlier, she's the brains of the outfit. Obviously, she couldn't stay up because she does have to run the business for you.
The gray brown brain cells need a rest.
Yes, exactly. But having her involved, so this is truly a family business.
Mm-hmm. Which has its challenges. She won't do as she's told.
Well, I'm glad she will not be watching the show tomorrow, right?
I can't wait to see her comments on the show tomorrow.
When she watches tomorrow.
We're not going to see shit, Frank. He's going to get it. You're going to come in with some scissors, say, "Hey, Bobby."
Yeah, that cigar cutter's going to get some use, isn't it? Anyway, yeah.
The guillotine, brother, the guillotine.
Feel a circumcision happening. So, Shaun, so tell us a little bit about your line, the different cigars in your line. You know, not the secret sauce, but tell me a little bit. So I'm smoking, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Bob is smoking Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades. Kyle is smoking, I think, Ace of Spades as well.
No, I got the Redneck Woman.
Oh, the Redneck Woman. I love the names.
Of course he has.
I went with the Ace of Spades because it's a great.
Kyle is looking for a redneck woman. Yeah. So if there's anyone watching who knows of any redneck women, Kyle, just
even no neck. She doesn't care.
Even if their necklace, as long as they have a 34C and up. That's
at least 24, right? It's all good. It's all good. So how did you come up with the name Ace of Spades? Because there is an amazing aromatic pipe tobacco called the Ace of Spades.
Is there? I didn't know that. So I was coming up with a brand concept. So we had the pink, we had the name, and I thought, what else can we do? And the first range was the Rockstar range. So I'm big into my rock music. And so I thought, right, we'll just name them after my favorite rock songs. So Sweet Child of Mine, I love that song. I can listen to it over and over and over again. So that was the
Probably
first
their
cigar
best
we
song.
produced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just brilliant, and it can't help but put you in a good mood. And the other kind of idea I came up with is, how do people remember what they're smoking? And if you stick a cigar in your mouth and you start humming the tune, which you probably will, and you like the cigar, it gives you a nice hook so you can remember the cigar you've smoked. Yeah, so you know, Paradise City is the mildest one in the range. And then you go to You Shook Me All Night Long, which amps it up a little bit, and then Ace of Spades really amps it up. And Ace of Spades is my favorite cigar. I like Maduro cigars. They're my favorite. And then the Sweet Child of Mine we remastered. So it was originally made in the first factory in the Dominican Republic. And when we moved to Honduras, we said, well, let's just mess about with this a little bit and see what else we can do and keep the chocolatey notes, but do something different. So we came up with a slightly different blend using a Mexican San Andres wrapper. And, you know, that works really well. And then we launched in TPE in 2022. That was the first time we could actually get over to the States after COVID. Right. And it's going great, and people are loving what we're doing. And then Mandy turns to me and she says, well, if you've got the Rockstar range, I want a country range. Okay. So as you know, I'll do as I'm told. So we then came up with the 3 cigars that are in the country range. Now, in the Rockstar range, the filler is exactly the same throughout the whole range. We've just literally changed the wrapper.
Gotcha. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Is that a Habano?
5 o'clock somewhere is a Bano, but with a Connecticut binder.
Gotcha.
Okay, and it does give it quite a unique taste, I think.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, thank you.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, good. And the real bummer with this was that we got the cigars ready for PCA that year. And as I say, the Ace of Spades is my favorite cigar, and literally the Ring of Fires arrived about 2 days before the show, because it was all a bit, you know, last minute as these things are. And I smoked it, and I'm like, fuck, I prefer this to the Ace of Spades now. And but I've switched back. So yeah, I'm back on the Ace of Spades as my favorite now.
It's a delicious cigar. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, room note is always something that, you know, the one thing that I get from it's 5 o'clock somewhere, I get, not only do I have that very floral feel, very kind of tropical in a way. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere, kind of, it makes sense. And then I get like a very nutty and baking spiced, like a nice bread. I love Italian bread. So it reminds me of a nice baked Italian bread. You're in the oven and you smell that nice bread cooking. So for me, it's got that. It's got everything that I want from a cigar, which is flavor, right? I mean, depth of flavor, I think, is the key to any premium cigar. And that's what we tell, you know, everybody who's listening, and they know. It's like, if we go out and we interview somebody and we recommend a cigar, 9 times out of 10, people are going to love the cigars. It's those very few that I would say well, guys, I don't know. They've never told us that they didn't like it. So we must be doing something.
Yeah, we haven't had any negative responses, Frank.
Feedback. No,
but I think the good thing is that, you know, you 3 guys in self, you guys give a great breakdown of the palate. So those who are watching are going to be listening and hear what you guys say. And if there's something that the 3 of you, you know, hit on their palate, then you know, I think that's where the sale is going to make. And we already have Eduardo asking, where can we get these cigars? And Eduardo's up in Philly area.
Okay, so we have about 30 odd stores in the US. If you go to rebellioncigars.com, there's a store finder there in the US. We also are on Best Cigar Prices website. And we're strapping new stores on all the time. We've got some great people working with us, promoting, being brand ambassadors and brokers for us. So pretty much there's 2 to 3 new stores coming on board every week, which is just fantastic. So
that's fantastic. That is great news.
Very
so
good.
Now,
before Frank, one thing, we're also being asked hashtags. So let's
Oh,
just
yeah.
one thing.
Well,
Kyle, can you
Well,
present
first
the
of all, wait,
hashtag?
well, hold on, Ron, before you
All
get too crazy here.
Okay, I'll just
So-
listen to the Kyle viewers.
We'll ask Shaun if he could be so generous. We like to do a giveaway at the end of the show for people who actually put up and watch our show, and they get some great cigars from our wonderful guests. So is there any way that we can have a sampler pack that we can give away at the end of the show?
I'll do more than that. I'll get you a couple of sample packs, right? And literally, these arrived in the post today. We've got a new light cutter.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa. That's sharp.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. I like the color.
Oh, that's beautiful.
and the new lighter.
Oh,
So what I'll do is that they're literally going to be about a month before they arrive in the US. So I'll send those afterwards. But if you want to do a wrapping or something, I'll sort it all out and we'll drip feed in.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Great. Yeah,
Wow,
that's
that is awesome.
fantastic. Oh, folks,
Thank you.
stick around because Kyle's got this very special. Because we do a spinning wheel now because we feel like it gets people
For the
excited.
grand prize, yeah.
For the prize. So, Kyle, put up our hashtag for the winner tonight, but you have to be present.
Yes.
When we
And
call-
watch your spelling.
Exactly. Watch your spelling, folks. It's hashtag Rebel Yell with one L.
One L.
Not Rebellion Yell. It's Rebel Yell.
Rebel Yell.
Right.
There you
Like
go.
the Billy Idol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah,
Right.
keep that in only for Facebook and YouTube.
That's
So
So far, 2 people, 3 people,
gotta be
4 people. They're
Gotta
only
be
got to
in
be
it.
here.
Remember, you got to be there at the end of the show when we do our wonderful, whatever they call that raffle. I don't know what do you call it? Spinning wheel?
it's the random draw.
The random access draw. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not there and we call your name, you
We,
blow it,
we
man.
move
That's
on.
it.
We give you 10 seconds.
Somebody else gets it.
Too bad.
And
So-
David Jakes is back on tonight because I told him, how the hell did you leave? So, yeah, I don't think David Jakes is leaving tonight. Dave, you better put in your hashtag. I haven't seen it yet.
But yeah, no, Shaun, thank you so very much. I mean, that cutter and lighter are fucking sweet.
I know, I'm so pleased. I've seen that it's been in the making for about 3 months, and literally they were meant to arrive last week, and the good old people in customs sent them back, and they arrived. I mean, I walked through the door about 4 o'clock this afternoon, flying back from Ireland, and there they were waiting for me, and I went, oh my god, they look so good. Yeah.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful.
Yeah.
Talk about wanting
Jealous.
an item that
jealousy
will
right now.
stand out when if you're sitting at a lounge and you break out that cutter. Oh shit! People are going to notice.
They're going to
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
They're going to talk.
They're gonna talk.
That is a conversation piece for sure. So
Now you'll be mailing them from England, so whoever wins tonight will get it about 6 months from now through the post.
And as long as our U.S. Customs doesn't confiscate it.
That's
No,
right.
they'll be at the distributor in the US, so they'll send them out.
There you
Oh,
go.
Okay,
You'll
all
be
right.
okay.
We don't
Yeah.
want to hear that about, Sorry, we have nothing to do with the customs.
Well, I can tell you this: if they come through Tampa, they may go missing. I just
So Shaun,
We'll let you know what shipment is coming in.
obviously you're starting to really grow the business in the US. How is the European market and Asia? Are you selling there?
Yeah, so obviously because of COVID, when we first started, the only market available to us was the UK. So we built up a really nice following in the UK. We've got a few retailers, and one in particular I want to shout out, which is my mate Tony Duke at Headcase Curios. He runs a cigar shop down on the south coast, and he's a massive fan, does a great job for us, and he's really helped us, and he's a good mate now. But we did Intertobac last year to try and get into Europe and spread the wings a little bit more. But there's this thing called track and trace. I mean, it's like governments. Let's just see what else we can fuck up and stop people doing stuff. And they bought this thing in called track and trace. So it's like, well, how the hell do we get around this? Because I'll tell you what, right? So this thing was coming in the UK this year, and they've had to postpone it because they can't organise a piss up in a brewery. So they the software people want £50,000 just to get the software, and then 12 grand a year to run this thing.
No
right?
way.
Yeah. So it's a non-starter. So
Worship.
luckily we were into the back Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then there's two or three companies there doing this now, where they're offering you like it's a drop shipping type thing, purely for premium cigars, but purely to handle all the track and trace stuff. So give it a couple of weeks. We'll have all that sussed, and then we already have some customers in Europe, but we'll be able to open more markets in Europe. We have distribution in Asia. So I'm in Thailand in November. We're doing a launch in Thailand, sub-Saharan Africa. So so slowly but surely we're spreading the love.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Spreading the rebellion.
Beautiful.
We love that. We love that. So before we get to our next section, because we have more questions,
Of course.
for Shaun, we're going to take a quick break from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to learn even more about what it means to be part of a rebellion, because Lord knows I love rebellion.
Oh, that we know.
Great cigars take time. The Fortaleza Y Libre story began in 2013 with the idea of starting a brand of cigars that would exemplify the strength and freedom that define America. Our premium cigar voyage for quality and taste led us to the Dominican Republic and the tobacco fields of Santiago and Tamboril. Tabacalera El Joyito would become a trusted partner, and in 2019, our smoking strong and living free journey was realized with the arrival to our shores of the Fuerte Libre Bodacious. Fast forward 5 years, 2024, Fuerte El Libre rebrands to Fortaleza Y Libre. Same meaning, strong and free. Our portfolio has grown to 6 core lines to satisfy the palates of cigar smokers worldwide. For more information, visit our website at fylcigars.com. Smoke strong, live free. Welcome to GTO Dominican Cigars, a boutique cigar company that artfully blends and creates some of the finest handmade puros from the Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic. We are 4th generation manufacturers and growers of tobacco with over 140 years of experience, offering a variety of styles, blends, and strengths. Mild, medium, medium plus, and full-bodied. We would truly consider it an honor for you to experience our cigars. Those who know smoke GTO.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Years in the making, the Chief cigar was born, blended, boxed, and released to market on June 26, 2015. This cigar was developed by former fire chief, firefighter, cigar aficionado Ken Dorbecker, and has grown into a signature Firehouse cigar line.
All engines respond.
Including, of course, the Chief, a Nicaraguan Habano blend, Proby, a Connecticut Shade blend, All Hands, a Maduro Mexican San Andreas box press, and the brand new Fire Pole, a beautifully crafted San Andreas Habano barber pole. Join the Chief family and make us part of your humidor. R&A Treasures, out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
And we're back.
We are back, folks. So I was just talking to Bob about your logo and your branding with the fiery skull which I love. And then you've got obviously the flag of England, which is the St. George's Cross, which looks fantastic on both sides of the rebellion. So again, kudos to you for that tie-in. Where did the fiery skull come from? Because is that because you're bald?
I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were one
of us. I'll tell you what. About 2 months into lockdown, I was bold because I couldn't get a haircut. I was that fed up. I just shaved everything off.
There you go. Smart man.
Mandy went nuts. Yeah. So the logo came purely by accident. So again, we're setting all this brand up. We're in the middle of COVID, and we had a party outside, a COVID party, when the government said you're allowed out as long as you stay 28 feet away from each other and don't cough and all that sort of stuff. And I was talking to a mate, and I said, I'm really excited, I'm doing this, da 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 da. He said, have you got a logo yet? I said, no. He said, well, I do that part time. I like doing this sort of stuff. So literally a week later, he came up with about 10 different logos for me, and I mean, we saw this one, and it was this one all day. It just absolutely hit exactly what we were trying to do. So it's pink. It's got the flaming skull. It's a bit bit badass and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, really hit the spot.
Absolutely, I think it definitely speaks volumes.
Yeah, we think so. And although you've got the rebellion underneath with the Union Jacks, which we added on later. And again, the nice people at the trademark place said you can't use that because it's a flag. So whatever, whatever.
Are you
no, I'm not. No, I'm not kidding.
That's ridiculous.
So the skull is registered, and that is the brand logo.
Right.
That's why when you look at the lighter, that's what's on the lighter.
Nice.
That's where we're going. Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
I don't know. The mother country there is not doing you justice by those flags. I don't like it. It's not right. They got a trademark on that. Hey, a flag's trademark. Just running.
You're not allowed to use the word royal or any. Not that we would use the word royal, but you're not allowed to use flags or anything in any trademark.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're a citizen of the country. The flag belongs to you as well.
It does. That's what I said.
Absolutely.
That's what I. And they said, we don't care. Fuck off. Okay.
and that'll cost you an additional £100
in taxes.
Yeah.
Where's James Bond when we need him?
On cigars in England, do they tax them heavily?
Yeah, huge. So to bring stuff into the UK, there are two main taxes you have to pay. First one is it's nearly £400 now per kilogram of tobacco that you bring in.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Plus 50% of the cost price of the cigar.
Plus 50%.
Yeah, and then the retailer's got to pay another 20% on top in VAT.
So that's
what's
another
an average price of a cigar then?
So I mean, this is what's given us the opportunity to kind of do this, because like the Cubans have gone nuts now. So even before COVID, a Cohiba Robusto would have been, I don't know, 40 odd pounds.
40 pounds.
They're now £80 if you can get them.
£80.
So a lot of people don't smoke there, huh?
They make it last a long time.
Wow.
So it's given an opportunity for New World cigars. So really, if you're bringing something in like a factory smoke or something, which is a lower cost and lighter because of the way it's made,
right,
then they're selling for about £10-11 now in the UK, maybe a bit more, maybe about 12. But like a Toro like this, I mean, we sell these quite cheap because that's what we want to do. The whole point of what we were doing in the UK
is create a rebellion.
And allow the working man to have a cigar that isn't going to cost them a second mortgage.
And that's going to be a quality, a real quality cigar.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're smoking pretty much anything else, you're looking £16-17 for a Robusto starting. You know, you were talking about the Bricktoberfest earlier. I mean, even Brickhouse, I think, are getting up for £18-19.
Wow. Wow.
So you said you just came back from Ireland. What about there? What kind of pricing do they have there?
Ireland's just as expensive,
Really?
but you again you can't display cigars now in Ireland.
Display them,
In
right?
fact, yeah, you can't display them in the UK either. So what you have to do is you have to go into the shop and say, "I'd like to see your cigars, please," and then they can open the doors and show you the cigars.
Wow.
So it's not like here where you walk into a humidor and all the facings are there and it's all displayed nicely. You have to actually go behind the curtain.
I saw pictures,
literally.
I saw pictures of some of the tobacco shops. They have to black out the windows, so as you, as a passing by, can't see inside the cigars or tobacco of any kind being sold. Can you imagine the insanity here?
Because you might be tempted. And what they forget, what all these people who come up with these fantastic rules forget, is there's this thing called the internet with this sort of stuff, Facebook, Instagram, where you can put whatever you fucking want on there. Like, I mean, really, just, you know, there's a smoking ban coming in this country now. So the government are bringing in a ban. So if you're 16 next year, you will never legally be allowed to smoke anything.
What do you mean? Whoa, wait. Whoa. Hold on. I need to
say, we got to come back.
I got to replay. So if you were born 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And you're now 18. Now 3 years go by, you're 20. You can't ever smoke your entire life.
Once they bring this in, I think they're bringing it in next year. So that the cutoff thing is if you're 16 on whatever date it is next year, the rest of your life you will never legally be allowed to go into a shop and buy any tobacco.
Rebellion. Screw that. You know, you guys did this to us 250 years ago, and you're going to get your asses kicked. You're going to have a civil war now. They're going to kick the royals and all those assholes out of there.
Hey,
Come on, that's not fair.
They're doing this in Hawaii right now, too.
They're doing it in Hawaii.
Give it back to somebody else. We don't want Hawaii.
They're doing it in the States. Certain states are starting to do these crazy things, too. So
rebellion.
It seems that it's a global problem, that all governments are our worst enemies.
Right.
Yeah.
But they completely miss the point. The point is that if you're smoking, you're not a kid in school behind a bike shed smoking a bloody premium cigar. And I'm an adult, and I'll decide what I want to do when I want to do it, and that's it. End of.
There you go. Absolutely.
The government out of our lives.
Hey, wait until they come out with the cigar speakeasies. You know, we went through the prohibition. You'll have to knock 3 times and wait.
I like that, man.
Prohibition worked well, didn't it?
Yeah, that worked real good.
Yeah, that worked very well.
Yeah, as one of our listeners, Colin says, Churchill is rolling in his grave.
Good.
Can you imagine that? Unbelievable. That is a disgrace. Come on. Are the people going to stand up and fight, Shaun? I mean, does the people have any rights left over there too, or is it just now complete control?
Well, it's so they're doing it from a health perspective. But my point has always been that look, I understand you don't want to encourage kids to do stuff, right? But actually, kids vape and nobody knows what's happening. Yeah, exactly, and they're not doing anything about that. And Jesus, I mean, we were at Intertobacco. There were more vape companies than there were cigar companies.
Wow.
And that's what kids are going straight to vape. They're not even bothering with smoking and then using vapes to come off it. They're going straight to vape, and it really annoys me. But it's going to happen. But nobody's going to pay any attention because it just means you can't go and buy them. Now, when I was a kid, you couldn't buy cigarettes if you were below the age of 18,
right?
So your older mate would go and buy them for you, and then I mean,
there's ways around it.
Alcohol. You're waiting outside the liquor store. You pay somebody. Can you go in and get me a bottle of whiskey?
Or you have fake ID when you go in the pub. I mean, I remember when I first went in a pub and I was 16 and a half, and the bloke just says to me, "What's your date of birth?" And I thought, I've got this sussed. I've already rehearsed this. I answered as cool as cucumber. He said, "You don't look 19." I said, "No, I know, but I am."
I remember when I was 15, I used to just walk into the store and buy cigarettes, cigars, pipe tobacco. Nobody ever questioned it.
No, because
but in 1852 they didn't know about that.
he looked this old at 16.
Yeah.
He hasn't changed.
He had a beard at 16.
I did.
He did. He had a full beard.
With all those Manhattans, old fashions, and urban, and, he can live forever.
But nobody ever questioned it back then.
No.
Even the liquor store used to go and buy beer, and nobody ever said, "How old are you?"
So the lounges there, Shaun, are the lounges set up a little bit like the lounges here in the States? Or are they very different?
No, they're very different. So they're not actually called lounges; they're called sampling rooms. So smoking inside was banned. Got to be 20 years ago now in the UK, right? So what the cigar shops did to get around that is they said, well, hang on a minute, how will people know which cigar to buy unless they can sample it? So they came up with this kind of like loophole which said, so long as you're able to buy a box of that cigar, then you're allowed to buy one to sample before you buy the box. So they're mainly in the big cities, particularly in London, but you can go into a sampling lounge. You can you go to the humidor, which is normally at the back of the place or hidden away. You can then go and buy a cigar. You can go and smoke that cigar upstairs or whatever, and then supposedly go and buy the box. So there are ways around it.
Can you smoke in the streets? Like in the street? Like can you smoke on the street?
Currently yes, but the good old government have now just come up with this brilliant, genius idea, and they're gonna try and ban smoking outside. So they just said they backtracked a bit, because if you ban smoking outside, that also means you can't smoke in a pub garden, which is like a big thing for them. So they are pulling back on that now, and I think they're going to water it down and say, okay, you can't smoke outside a hospital. I haven't got a problem with that.
Right.
But if but if I'm on a golf course in the middle of nowhere, I'm normally in the trees anyway, and I'm nowhere near anybody else. And I'm smoking a cigar. It's not.
I play the same holes that you do. I play military golf.
Left, exactly.
Right,
left, right.
Yeah. That's the way we do it. But
except down here in Florida, I'm trying to get my golf ball out of fucking alligator's mouth. All right.
Well, it is amazing. Even Chantel's on, guys. Chantel says that's Canada. They can smoke a joint apparently, but not a cigar. How's it over there by you? Can you smoke joints in the street?
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. That happened to us in Vegas.
Yeah,
we
that
walked
is Vegas.
outside the hotel in Vegas, and we're literally outside now, and we go to light up our cigars, and the valet comes running over. He says, "What are you guys doing?" We're lighting up our cigars. He says, "Oh, you can't smoke the cigars out here in the open." He says, "You can smoke reefer, but you can't smoke pot.
Smoking pot
outside. You can't."
This is smoke outside in Vegas. You can smoke in the casinos.
Yeah,
certain areas.
Certain areas.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Being allowed to have a smoke outside. Okay, that makes sense.
Shaun, the revolution will not be televised.
We got our audience saying that you guys, the Brits, need to take care of business, basically. You need a civil war. Wow. It's terrible. It absolutely is terrible. It's a shame that you have, you got a cigar business and they're almost telling you, we don't want you to be in business.
Well, they don't.
There.
Yeah, I know. But business is booming because people are saying, fuck off, we'll do what we want, and business is through the roof, and more and more people, I get messages every week from people saying, look, I'm new into this, what can you recommend, what should I start with, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, stuff them.
Well, look, psychology is very simple. The more you tell somebody not to do something, the more they're going to do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's always the way it's been.
Yeah, you just got to ask your kids. You don't do that.
No, you tell them, I want you to do more of that, and then they don't.
Do it.
Do it.
I don't want you to clean your room.
Right.
It's nice and clean.
Right. We have a question from Chris Eden. What is the penalty for smoking in London in the event that you get pulled over?
Well, at the moment, it's still okay. So you can walk along the street and smoke. If they bring this ban in, I'm pretty sure you could still smoke walking along the street. What they're saying is they're thinking they don't want you to smoke outside a pub, outside a hospital. So there'll be particular areas, or even in a park. They might say this park is a smoke-free zone or something.
Right.
So, you know, so of course, because the police have got loads of spare capacity and they haven't got anything else to do, the police. So, as they're chasing me down the road, saying, you know,
they can't police in London, right? I mean, the police are basically handcuffed. They can't do a thing.
Here.
Yeah.
Like here.
So, you know, the thieves are running the asylum. So.
Yeah. I know, but we got to stop people smoking cigars.
Yes,
that's the most important thing.
That's a big crime.
That's a crime. Those are criminals.
You have upset our audience. I mean, really, we got one of our faithfuls, Colin McClure, says, "I've never been more angry while watching the show until now." Way to go! You know, you're gonna make us lose audience here.
No, you know
Colin,
what?
stay with us, please.
This is what's going on. I think what's happening is that the more people are getting pissed off, the better it is, because people are going to at some point say, "That's it. I'm not going to put up with your bullshit anymore." And that's what's happening now. Do you have a governing body, like someone that can is the voice for cigar smokers there? Is there some kind of association in England that is trying to fight the government?
Yeah, but it's very small. I mean, if you look at how it is in America, right? And I don't know how many people smoke cigars in America, but I mean, there are tens of millions. Okay. Right. And there are, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 smoking shops and retailers and all that sort of stuff. In the UK, there are probably no more than 30 shops selling cigars.
Only 30
in the whole country?
Throughout the whole country.
A few online retailers, so it's a much smaller audience, and it was dominated by the Cuban stuff until probably 7-8 years ago. New words have come in, so it's a much smaller thing. So the voice they have is much smaller, unfortunately, and of course there isn't the money to fight. You know, like the PCA are fighting the FDA over there.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot more power to that because there's a lot more people can put money into it to do it. It's very difficult to do it over here.
Right.
Well, Shaun, it's a good thing you have residency here in Florida.
Yeah.
I know.
I expect to be moving here very soon.
Are there any perks for you to make this your permanent resident from a tax standpoint for you?
No. So we have this house, and the plan is that we're going to spend the winter in Orlando.
Right.
The weather's better than the winter here, and the summer in the UK. That's always a thing, but there's no real tax advantage.
Okay. So like the capital gains and the things that we get taxed on heavily, like income and stuff like that. Would there be a benefit?
Yeah. Frank, hold on. You're missing the biggest benefit. You can smoke here.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to smoke in hiding.
No, but so ask me that question in about a month's time when the new government's just done their first budget, because they're talking about doing all of that. Right now, capital gains tax is pretty low. Income tax, our tax regime is actually not too bad. I mean, if you pay 20% tax,
right? It's a flat tax.
It's a flat tax, and it goes up if you earn over a certain amount. You pay a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Well, that's why all the rock stars moved here to get away from the taxes there.
But I was in Ireland yesterday. They pay 53% tax in Ireland.
Really?
53?
Yeah.
On their income?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, because everybody moans about paying tax, and they said, yeah, we pay 53%. I said, okay, I'll shut up.
Whoa! Wow. So basically, more than half of your money goes to the government. At what point do you say, fuck it?
I'm unemployed now.
Do they have assistance program like like Medicaid for all or something? Do they have where you pay zero in like medical?
Yeah, but they also have Guinness. So
They also have all the
And
pain.
lots of potatoes. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but even Guinness. At one time, if you worked for them, you could drink all day long. Now they have a cap on that. You can only drink a certain amount.
Well, Bob, they want the workers to actually make the beer, not be drunk on the floor all day.
This is true. This is true.
How many guys fell off into the canister there, you know?
Fall into
I'm
the
telling
vats
you.
and then mix it.
That. Yeah. Charlie, you down there? Yeah.
Wow.
53%. That's highway robbery.
Hey, hey, Kyle, you know what? Let's remind some of our audience about our big prize. Tonight, Shaun, why don't you show our audience a couple of the things that they're going to be getting if they win this amazing prize package, I'm going to call it.
So you're going to get one of our new cutters.
That's
a
badass.
wonderful
I love that.
My
cutter.
wife would love that.
Wow.
You're going to get one of the new lighters.
Awesome.
I'm going to send you some baseball caps. So there's a gray baseball cap, and of course there's a pink baseball cap.
Of course.
And the ashtrays will be coming in about a month as well. So I'll sort all that out. I might drip feed it. I'm not going to drip feed it in, but
I think we might have to do two wheels on this one.
Two wheels.
Oh my God, that is fabulous. Thank you, Shaun.
So,
Write it up. Hurry up, folks. Put that hashtag in.
And I'm going to send you a couple of the sample packs. So you'll
nice.
get,
wow, this is an incredible giveaway, guys. Make sure you're part of this because you
don't want to miss out.
Mm-mm.
And it's only for Facebook and YouTube, so make sure you're entering. And you stay to the very end.
If you do not stay, when Kyle does the drawing,
you're out of here.
You're out.
It happened last week. We got all the way to 10. And he wasn't here. We had to move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Wow,
it doesn't take much, folks. I mean, I think we're entertaining.
Tonight has been a lesson in what I call bad governance. When government decides that they know more than you do and want to take away your right just to smoke a cigar, for God's sake, please.
It seems like all our fun pleasures that we like to do in life, the government wants to take it away from us because we're having too much fun.
Exactly. Yeah. The cabal has got to go down, man.
Hey, Chantel, put the hashtag in, will you? Come on, you've been asking. Just put the hashtag in, Chantel. We'll take care of you.
Exactly.
I got Richard Beer. Oh, wait. What are the guys saying? Oh, why don't you guys just leave?
All right.
Wow, Richard, come on. They don't want to leave early. We got people putting in 3 or 4 times. They want to make sure they're seen.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they're in. But yeah, they are.
Ish is still here, by the way. Hello, Ish.
I think that, learning about all of the encumbrances that folks in England are suffering from, think about how lucky we are. And I hate to say it, Shaun, we're pretty fortunate here that we don't have these things,
yet.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They're working on it.
There is a runner person who wants to do all what is happening and some more. All right. Let's leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. You can use your own brain to figure that out. But why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we're going to be raffling off great giveaways. And folks, remember, you got to hang on. I know we're a lot to look at, but it gets better because prizes are involved. So we'll see everyone back.
Shaun's almost looking like us.
He is. I think.
I know. I did this specially just to blend in.
It's a beautiful thing. Wow, you see, a guest even tries to be looking as good as we are.
I don't like to be a part of the sheep. I'm my own person.
All right. Oh, Billy says it's a cousin Frank bathroom break. All right, Billy. Bruce ain't here, so someone's got to go.
All right. Be back right after these words from our friends who happen to be sponsors.
Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller Cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller Cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines. The Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in 1. A specially blended Grand Pommier XS VSOP Cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back-to-back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Boveda 2-way humidification.
All begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
And we are back, folks.
All good. It's all good, man. We got a lot of people having some interesting comments on board here, which is always fun. That's good. That's what it's all about. We're entertaining the audience also. That's pretty exciting.
I hope that the people who are freaking out about what we hear about what's happening in England realize it's happening here too.
Yeah.
Maybe at a slower pace, but it's happening here too, folks.
But we have to do something about it so it doesn't get as crazy.
We have the right to bear arms.
We have the right to bear arms.
Yeah, sure.
But, but Bob is right. I mean, they've made it a lot of beach communities are not allowing people to smoke on the beach anymore.
Not even in public parks.
Not even public parks.
It's happening here.
So it is happening here as well. So you're not alone, Shaun.
In California with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had to build a separate house in his backyard that the maids don't go into because he can't smoke in his house with the hired help in the same location as
secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke.
Oh yeah, because otherwise they're going to sue his ass.
Well, everything that's wrong in this country happens in California first. That's where it starts.
Yeah, that's where it begins.
All those idiots out there, I'm sorry to say, and political idiots.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's the way it is. But everyone knows that this is the time during the show that we like to. I'm a trivia guy, Shaun, so I'm going to be asking some great trivia questions. And this part of the show is sponsored by our good friend, Mr. Steve Saka. And so we named this segment of the show. Let's play it and let people see. There you go. And it's Stump Sakasquatch. So now I have great questions for people here. So Shaun, if you know the answer, I need you to chime in because no answer is too foolish because these guys usually come up with some pretty harebrained answers to my questions. But, since today is such an important day in history.
Somebody important was born on this day.
Somebody important, Shaun, was born on this day in 1963 in a small little town in New Jersey called North Bergen. I wonder if people got that one.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Somebody wrote Frank Zappa, but
you know, I'm going to ask, and let's see if Shaun gets this one.
Direct to him.
Yeah, I'm directing it to everybody. But Shaun, since he's part of this whole thing, what was the biggest rebellion in history? The biggest rebellion in history.
The Boxer.
Wow.
Is he Bob
Boxer
is on
rebellion.
He's you're close, Bob. You're very close.
The Boxer rebellion in China.
It was very
That's what I just
that was
said,
very
yeah.
close.
Oh,
He's there. It's called the Taiping Rebellion, but yes,
But it's
also
the
known as Boxer
Rebellion.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the Taiping Civil War or the Taiping Revolution. It was in China.
Yep.
So
Yeah, but Joey had the right answer.
Man,
And it was all over opium.
Yes.
it was all over
yes.
opium. That's
Yeah.
right. Control over opium.
They took that away from us too.
Baba's been complaining about that
Since
for years.
1967.
All right. This is a good one. So we're talking about some interesting things in the rebellions. So which controversial material was used in cartridges for Enfield rifles, leading to religious tensions among Indian soldiers? This was during that other rebellion.
Pig grease.
Yeah, look at Shaun.
Oh,
Pig fat. He is absolutely right. They used pig fat.
That was against the Muslims?
No.
Oh.
No, against the Hindus.
The Hindus. Oh,
Yeah.
They don't like pigs.
No, they don't like the pigs either.
They don't like pigs either. But Joey, of course, I'm going to ask a whiskey rebellion question. So, for country distillers, the original 1791 whiskey tax was what?
what do you mean? What are you talking about? A
The
number?
original whiskey tax
3
was
cents.
no, actually, this is a lot. I couldn't believe it. 60 cents per gallon for the capacity of the still, or 9 cents per gallon produced.
God, and what year was that?
1791. Think about that.
Wow.
Very expensive.
Oh, that's
Very
incredible
expensive.
amounts of money. Yeah.
Yep.
The filthy rich could afford that.
Yep. And here's another good question from the Whiskey Rebellion. Until the time of the Whiskey Rebellion, the average Western farmer's yearly cash income was what? I'm going to give you numbers. You tell me what you think it was. Over 2,000. That's D. C is 1,000 to 2,000. B is 100 to 500. This is yearly income. Or A, $0 to $20.
A.
B.
It's A.
Is it
$0 to $20.
A, Bob.
Whoa.
Absolutely. Think of
Wow.
the year. Think of the year.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, this is some crazy stuff.
Wow.
Literally. I mean, but
Scary.
here's a good one. On this
Still
date
for
in
us?
history, yeah, for you
Okay.
guys. On this date in history, September 24th, 1908, what company first completed what was affectionately known as the Tin Lizzie?
Ford.
There you go. Bob knows that.
Yeah, there you go. He was working at the factory.
He was working at the Ford plant at the time. He was making 50 cents an hour.
No,
He was
right.
doing
He was
well.
the highest paid at that time.
Oh, Bob drew up the plans for the Model T. We didn't know that. All right, one more for you guys. In 1977, the first broadcast of this series on ABC TV. 1977.
The first broadcast
of this series
ABC.
on ABC.
Dallas.
I'll give you 1977 there.
77.
Who shot JR?
Who shot
Oh, that's in the 80s.
77.
Yeah.
MASH.
No.
No.
No, MASH was.
It was on the open seas.
The
The Love Boat.
The Love Boat.
Oh,
the Love
there
Boat.
you go.
The
Yeah.
Love Boat.
Which
Love
was
Boat.
Princess Cruises.
Princess Cruises.
Yes.
That's right. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And one more because
We're doing really good.
I got a couple of them. These are good. All right.
And Joe Gulino says Bob Pecorini still drives his Thin Lizzy.
And it's in immaculate condition.
There you go, Chicken Joe.
All right. Also, on this date in history, September 24th, 1902, this religious figure and political leader started a revolution.
Mahatma Gandhi. Go back in time. Check it out.
I'm proud to say he was born on the same day as me, and I'm sad to say it at the same time.
Wow. And
Supreme leader of Iran.
oh, the Shah.
No, the Ayatollah Khomeini.
Oh,
The Ayatollah Khomeini was born on my
Oh,
birthday in 1902.
God.
That mother effer.
wow.
Didn't he be born on one other date? One last one. All right. He was born in Ireland in 1725 and died in 1803.
Yeah, St. Patrick.
St. Patrick. And he was a founder of a brewery.
Guinness.
That's it. It
Guinness.
was Arthur Guinness.
Yes.
Yeah, Arthur Guinness. I knew I'd come back to Guinness at some point.
Yes.
I was going to say John Adams.
What were you going to say? Father Flannery? Flannery?
Yeah, why not?
All right,
Arthur
Kyle.
Guinness.
Oh, God. I think everybody's waiting for that good old spin of the wheel.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
So let's do it 2
We
times.
got 2. So let's
We got
split
2
up a
ones.
little bit here. Let's split up the prizes
Yeah,
again.
of course. And we'll
Everybody
split
get your
up.
hashtag in the meantime.
Make sure you put that in, and you better be here from when you put it in, because otherwise you're out. In can also mean out.
Yeah.
The old in out.
The old in out.
By the way, Orlando Perez's answer was Pamela Anderson. Just because he's
All right.
All right,
All right.
spin that rebel yell there.
All right, first prize. Here we go.
Where's my name?
You're the birthday boy. You get something.
It's a
Oh, Chris Cutler!
Hey.
Oh, Chris Cutler gets the prize. So, which gifts? Which prizes?
It doesn't
are
matter.
we gonna
He's in the
split
first.
up?
It doesn't matter. Don't worry. We're going to take care of that. It's the
Oh,
same.
okay,
It's the same. It's
okay.
going to be doing the same thing.
He
Don't
better
worry.
say yes right
He's
now.
going to say yes. He's
Oh,
got to
yes.
say he's here.
Chris
He's
is
here.
gonna
Oh,
be here.
There he is.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Okay. All right.
Is he here?
Yeah.
He's here. He
Oh,
goes,
yes.
woohoo!
Woohoo! All right. Just showed up on mine. All right, Chris. Congratulations, man. There'll be some good stuff here. Nice.
All right.
All right. Let's see who's next.
Second one. Matt.
Matt Polly again. God, I'm tired of mailing shit out to you, Matt.
Wow.
Whoa.
Hey, Matt, we're going to send you a W-2 because of all the shit you've done.
The government's coming after you for those taxes there, you know?
Is he here? Oh, yeah, he is here. There he is.
There he is.
There he
He's here.
is.
All right. Very good.
By the way,
Wow.
Shaun, would you, be nice enough to friend me on Facebook so I can message you the information?
Yeah.
Or I'll deal with your wife. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Matt
Oh, my
Polly,
God.
all right.
Thank you, Sean,
We
for
had a
staying up
great
so
night.
late. What
Yes.
is it, about 2:30 by you now, right?
About
3:30.
2:30. Yeah.
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 Oh.
Well, we're
Okay.
sorry to keep you up so late, but we are not sorry because you were a spectacular guest, and I know our audience loved to hear everything that's going on. We're wishing you all the best. We can't when you get back in this side of the pond,
come back
Please.
make sure you reach to those
yeah,
chooches.
yeah.
They're not far
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah, we're not far.
I'll do that. We're over in January. So
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
middle
Oh
of
no,
Jan.
we're in Dominican
Sure.
Republic then.
We'll
Sorry.
see you. We'll see you sometime.
Let us know when you're here.
Yeah.
How long you staying for? Couple of months at least.
No, only 3 weeks this time, and then when we get past April, I'll be there for like 2-3 months at a time. So
Oh, very
nice.
good.
Oh, okay.
Either way, we'll see you for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say, I really appreciate you having me on. It's been great fun, and I appreciate your support and everything. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, and
guys.
thank you for the
Thank you,
smokes
buddy.
because they're
easy.
fabulous.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
You got
cigars
something here,
sell
man.
themselves, and you have
Fantastic.
a wonderful story. You have great cigars, and you deserve all the best that's coming forward. You know, good graces, and we couldn't be happier for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank
From
you,
all of
guys.
us to all of you guys, we'll see you next week. But hey, Saturday, pay attention because I will actually be doing a little show myself. We're going to be at the Missouri Meerschaum down in Missouri, and we're going to have a big celebration for them. And hopefully, we'll hopefully have Tim Garrity along with me, and we're going to show you what's going on in the museum and the factory there. So we're excited about this Saturday.
Excellent.
And then Frank, Bob, and Kyle will be doing a Oktoberfest on what day?
Well, we'll be there. We'll be
October
taping.
12th.
Yeah, October
It'll
12th.
be recorded and put out later on.
Yes, we're gonna
Okay.
we'll probably post that, the following week. Right
Nice.
during, so this way we'll have that, but we figured it's easier to just record and then tape it. This way I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi signals. And you know what? It could get rowdy. It's Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And we
yeah.
could have a big crowd surrounding us.
True.
Maybe they
Especially the way you dress.
Oh yeah,
you might get autographs.
I'm going to be dressing appropriately, Sean. I'm going to be wearing my Lederhosen.
Wow, brilliant. Send me photos.
With no boxer shorts.
No.
But I'm not going to be wearing underwear, Sean. I just want to let you know.
Okay, just send me the top half. I'll be fine.
There you go. And one last thing. Thursday night, the TPA, Tobacco Products Association, has an open HERF for everybody. So go to TPA Rocks and join the HERF and hear what's going on, everyone.
Good night,
Sean,
everybody.
thank you.
Great
Good
week.
night, everybody. Frank, happy birthday, my man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, fellas. See you later.
Tell my brothers to line 'em up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful.